And welcome back to a video about nothing. Well, not really anything. I have changed up this system. If I zoom out a little bit, tomatoes are all gone. They were doing well, but the frost kind of wiped out a lot of them. I managed to get a fair few tomatoes, probably like too many tomatoes. So enough to make a couple of pizzas, whoop-de-doo. And yeah, the lettuce is still a huge issue, so I'll show you some of the lettuce down there in a little bit. But we have replanted a few different things. I've moved perlite out of some of these, and I've got the little clay balls, just because they're a little bit heavier, and with the wind and the rain, losing a little bit of medium, even though I've got, the top canopy on this system. But these are just Beto buckets and new plants. Oh, this weird mite thing. Let's see, zoom in. Look at that. How lovely. Now that mite, I don't think, that's a spider mite, isn't it? But that's not one of those spider mites that eat your plants. I think it's a predatory mite, which is great because, I have a lot of issues with mites as it heats up and that. But anyway, we have spinach. I think this is some sort of New Zealand spinach. Chef's Choice Gourmet Vegetable Selection. Oh my God, use all the names. Yeah, New Zealand spinach. So, don't know if it's any good or not, but we have it. So I've got spinach, 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 spinach. These are gold zucchinis, so hopefully they will take off, grow all up here and all over the place, as things do. Still got my sword plant, which is an aquarium plant, sitting in there, coping with the cold. More spinach, more spinach. Celery? We have some celery. I know. And I did trim down one of the tomatoes. If we creep around here, it's probably going to grow back. I just left it in there. I think, as you know, I've got hardly any water coming through that system, so be it. I have a few peppers here, so bell peppers, random variegated one. I have no idea what type they are, but a variegated one and some normal ones, and that's pretty much it on that system. So the Crackkey tomatoes, these are pretty much almost toast. There's a few that didn't develop, but most of the other ones have already taken off the plants. A few that are almost ready to go as well. They worked really, really well. So I have not even looked if there's any hydroponic solution down there. Yeah, I think the roots are pretty much buggered now. So this one's probably a little bit better. Yeah, there's good roots in there. My lettuce has pretty much come to the end of its life. I've been feeding it to the fish as well as me because there was way too much lettuce. Check that out. I know, they're huge. And I've still got 3 massive big ones down here. If we creep down here, without falling and killing myself on camera, that would be great. There we go. Lettuce. And I'm pretty sure these have still got decent roots to them. That's way, way too much lettuce, isn't it? I know, that was set and forget. Obviously, I've got videos on how that works, but it's pretty straightforward hydroponic solution. The same as these buckets, which I think I did in another video. There we go. Mesh pot like that. Hole in the roof, you put your stuff solution in there, and that's it. So I don't know where these are going. I'm not going to leave them here. I'm just not too sure. Tamarillos. Also, just sitting in tubs at the moment because I need to deal with that. But I need to redo this system a little bit. It's just been horribly cold, horribly rainy, and haven't really done anything about anything. Same with my junk pile. Check out the junk pile. So my whole plan was to have this as a raised garden bed and then have some sort of canopy over it. It's just been a dumping ground for blue mannequins. So sensible. Yes, I know. So if it didn't work 24 hours a day and I had more motivation, I'd sort that out, but that's not happening right now. It may happen as I get more buckets, and these are all free buckets, so it's only really the cost of a big bag of media, which I think was like 60, 70 bucks for a bag that did all that and those and some other stuff around the front. Now, it's getting too warm to grow lettuce, which is fine because we're so over lettuce. On to the next few things. I'm not entirely sure what the next few things are going to be, but I'll figure it out once I get a few more buckets. Once I sort this out, once I have an undercover area to stop all the bugs and stuff from wiping out the crops, because it's nearly spring, and when spring hits, the bugs hit. And when the bugs hit, everything just gets eaten. It's like it'll look great, and then the next night, it's not great. But that's the fun of gardening. If you haven't seen this system before, it's pretty straightforward. Under all my mess and stuff, there's a whole lot of pipes. There is a tub there with hydroponic solution, and that just gets pumped up and just drips into these tubs, as you can sort of see with that there. And then that just overflows up there into the PVC pipe and then back into the tub. So it's just a continuous pumping hydroponic system. It works fine. And yeah, the only problem I've got with it, obviously apart from bugs, is wind, rain, all that sort of stuff. So ideally I want a big area completely undercover. Stormproof would be wonderful, so nothing gets destroyed, but these were only planted, last week? And they've already doubled in size. So yeah, once the roots get right down into the actual solution, they're just going to go boom, and yeah, I'll have way too much spinach, but I can make omelettes and all sorts of crap with spinach. And if we move over to my bigger mess, everything is just a mess at the moment. Look at this. I know, I've got pumps and crap everywhere, and yeah, not enough motivation to tidy it up, but this was a bit of a disaster. Now, I think I'm going to dump all this in the garden somewhere and do something else. It was just really a filler with the aquaponics, and stingrays are doing well. This time of year it's just cold, but mint. Yeah, I thought I would just put mint in this system just for something in there, and oh my goodness, has the mint gone crazy. Yeah, now I generally cannot grow mints, yeah, because of the water thing, but obviously with aquaponics and hydroponics, no problem growing mint. Yes, tell me about it. So that's going to end up down the garden, I think, and I'll redo this system with something a little bit more exciting. I don't know, any suggestions on what to grow with aquaponics would be good. Don't want to do tomatoes, don't want to do lettuce, maybe I'll do spinach, not entirely sure. I'll be doing something. I do want to redo this system a little bit more user-friendly. Artificial LED lights, because, well, as opposed to real LED lights, no wait, LED lights as opposed to real sunlight because of where it's sitting. But I think the roots are going to be completely clogging this pipe. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting those out of there without half destroying them. But yeah, at least mint grows by cuttings, and all that was just from a couple of little bits of mint about a month ago. Yeah, I probably need to start drinking more gin or something so I can use all this mint, or make a mint omelette. I don't know why I keep talking about omelettes, because I hardly ever have omelettes. I think I've had like one in the last year, if that, maybe. Anyway, just a quick random update video about nothing. Stingrays are doing well. That big girl there got butchered on the back because the male that was in there tried to breed with her. Probably successfully bred with her. He is now in one of these 1,000-litre tubs. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade everything soon. Just waiting for it to get a little bit warmer, and then we'll have more fun. Anyway, see you in the next video. Video about nothing. Hurrah!